Hi, today I explain about Terraform. Okay, Terraform is a open source tool which uses to provision infrastructure. It automates setup and manages infrastructure with the configuration files. Terraform widely uses multiple cloud providers like AWS, Azure, GCP to manage complex works. Not only that, instead of creating infrastructure manually, writing a simple code defining what you want, Terraform automatically updates, creates and deletes the infrastructure. Moreover, that Terraform's primary purpose is to provision infrastructure among multiple providers. Terraform state file. Terraform state store the actual current state. It means it maintains the actual infrastructure. We use that state file to compare the desired state declared in the configuration files and the current state recorded in the state file. So, a state file is critical for Terraform. We store the state file remotely as a central sharing location. It ensures consistency across different environments. Terraform.tf wars. Okay. Terraform.tf wars file is a file which is used to define input variables or to pass the input variables to the module. And not only that, using this file we can easily create and manage flexible infrastructure among multiple environments. We create a separate state file for separate environments. If Terraform didn't match if the desired state declared in if the configuration files code is not matched exactly as current state, then Terraform causes errors and it breaks the infrastructure. Terraform module structure. Terraform uses the standard file structure to provision and to create a flexible infrastructure. Terraform uses three main files like main.tf, the core component of creating resources, variables.tf file. We define input variables to pass to module. Outputs.tf file. Output values are declared in the module to return values. Terraform import. This is the single command used to add the infrastructure which is manually edited on the AWS platform or Azure platform. But it do not update the Terraform configuration files. We need to edit the Terraform configuration files manually. If the Terraform configuration files didn't match exactly the state file, then Terraform mark it as for deletion. Terraform plan and apply. These are two major commands to provision infrastructure to preview the changes. Terraform plan. It's a blueprint for creating, updating and deleting infrastructure. Essentially, it compares the infrastructure which is declared in the configuration file's desired state and with current state which is in state files. So Terraform plan is used to preview changes and what's going to delete, update and create on the AWS platform. Terraform apply. It's the essential command to provision infrastructure and to modify infrastructure. Not only that, Terraform apply will update the state file locally and remotely. Terraform provider. Terraform providers are plugins that are essentially the translation layer between configuration files and the AWS cloud specific APIs like Azure, AWS, GCP. These providers communicate through AWS API calls to provision infrastructure automatically. Terraform is used to set up and manage the infrastructure. Terraform uses the declarative HashiCorp configuration language. We just define what you want. Terraform figures out how to achieve it. Terraform always matches the desired state and actual state. Terraform maintains the state file to achieve the desired state. And using the state file, Terraform matches the current state of the actual infrastructure. So that's all about Terraform. I need to learn a lot, I need to understand a lot, and I need to structure my thoughts clearly, and I need to write clearly. And I need to speak clearly. I want to explain clearly. To explain clearly, I need to structure my thoughts clearly. To structure my thoughts clearly, I need to write clearly. To write clearly, I need to understand clearly. This is a layer process, and I need to be consistent to it, and I need to be disciplined. Then only I can get what I want. I will work for it if I want it. If I am working for it, I will get it. If I will get it, I am working for it. That's it. Everything will be fine in over time. It just take time. See, I am speaking from my diaphragm. Whatever happens, happens. Yes, I didn't explain about Terraform clearly. I explained about more topics, and I explained what I know. I didn't take pauses clearly, so I explained little bit hurriedly and rushly. Yes, I need to figure out so many things, but it takes time. I know it. Thank you.